The complete story of the Bell Witch. Location: Adams, Robertson County, Tennessee, USA. Time period: 1817 to 1821. A quiet American settlement. In the early 19th century, the town of Adams, Tennessee, was a peaceful American settlement. Cornfields stretched as far as the eye could see. Wooden farmhouses stood quietly under open skies. A small church, a few families, and a simple way of life defined the land. Among them lived John Bell, a respected farmer, a devoted church member, his wife Lucy Bell, and their children. Life was calm, ordinary, predictable, until the year 1817 arrived. No one knew then that this land was about to become the center of one of the most terrifying hauntings in American history. 1817, the beginning of the unholy. Summer 1817. One afternoon, while working in his fields, John Bell saw something that made him stop cold. At the edge of the cornfield stood a creature. Its body looked like a dog, but its eyes were wrong. They were human-like, aware, intelligent. The creature stared at him in silence and then vanished. That same night, strange sounds echoed through the Bell farmhouse. Scratching on the walls, heavy footsteps on the roof, knocking with no source. At the time, no one suspected the truth. That night was not an incident. It was an invitation. Fall, winter 1817. As weeks turned into months, the disturbances grew worse. Furniture moved on its own. Blankets were ripped from sleeping bodies. Doors opened and slammed shut. Then the voice appeared. A disembodied voice speaking clear English from the darkness. It did not whisper, it declared, "This land is mine. You have no right to be here." Fear consumed the Bell family. Whatever had entered their home was intelligent and territorial. 1818, the Bell Witch reveals itself. Spring, summer 1818. By 1818, the entity became fully active. It spoke freely, answered questions, recited Bible verses from memory. Neighbors began visiting the Bell home, and they witnessed the impossible. Chairs slid across floors, blankets were ripped from sleeping bodies, doors opened and slammed shut. Then the voice appeared, a disembodied voice speaking clear English from the darkness. It did not whisper, it declared, "I will never leave her." This was no haunting, this was persecution. 1819, a legend spread. By 1819, the story spread far beyond Tennessee. Travelers came from distant states to witness the phenomenon. According to legend, Andrew Jackson, future president of the United States, visited the Bell farm. As his wagon approached the house, it suddenly stopped. The horses refused to move. An unseen force held them in place. After the encounter, Jackson reportedly said, "I'd rather fight the British again than face the Bell Witch." The legend had become national. 2020, the death of John Bell. Early 2020, John Bell's health deteriorated rapidly. He suffered seizures, lost the ability to speak properly, became partially paralyzed. Then the witch made its intention clear: "I will kill John Bell." December 2020. One morning, John Bell was found unconscious. Beside him stood a mysterious bottle filled with an unknown liquid. The witch proudly announced, "I gave him the poison." The liquid was tested on a cat. The animal died instantly. The next day, John Bell was dead. During his funeral, witnesses claimed the Bell Witch sang joyfully, celebrating. 1821, Departure and the Curse. At the beginning of 1821, the entity made one final declaration: I am leaving now, but I will return in 7 years and again in 107 years. And just like that, the disturbances stopped. The Bell family was left broken, the land forever cursed. Aftermath: the Bell Witch Cave. Near the Bell property stood a cave. Today, it is known as the Bell Witch Cave. Visitors still report whispers, strange noises, a feeling of being watched. Some say the witch never truly left. Conclusion: from 1817 to 1821, a peaceful American family became part of the most infamous supernatural case in U.S. history. Was it a ghost, a demon, or a terrifying human deception? The truth remains unknown, but one thing is certain: the legend of the Bell Witch never died. The Villisca Axe Murders, a town that trusted the dark. In the year 1912, the town of Villisca, Iowa, barely existed on the map. A population of just over 1,000 people, quiet streets, white wooden houses, church bells on Sunday mornings. This was a town where people trusted one another. Doors were rarely locked. Children played outside after sunset. Crime was something that happened somewhere else. No one in Villisca believed that evil could walk freely through their streets. They were wrong, very wrong. Villisca was built on routine. Men worked long hours. Women kept orderly homes. Families gathered every evening under oil lamps and candlelight. Among these families was the Moore family. They were not rich. They were not famous, but they were respected. Josiah Moore was a successful businessman, a hard worker, a man known for his generosity. His wife, Sarah Moore, was deeply religious, kind, quiet. Together, they had 4 children. Their home stood at the edge of town, a simple, white 2-story house. Nothing about it seemed unusual. And yet, that house would soon become one of the most infamous crime scenes in American history. On Sunday, June 9, 1912, the Moore family attended church like they always did. It was a warm summer evening. After the service, 2 young girls, friends of the Moore children, were invited to stay the night. 8 people slept in that house. 8 people who would never wake up. As darkness settled over Villisca, the town fell silent. No screams were heard, no gunshots, no calls for help. While the town slept, someone was awake, someone was watching, someone was holding an axe. By the time morning came, Villisca would never be the same again, and the horror had only just begun. Villisca Axe Murders, the Moore family, and the house. Before the murders, before the blood, before the silence, there was a family, a normal family, a family that believed their home was safe. The Moore family. Josiah Moore was 39 years old. He worked as a businessman dealing in farm equipment. In Villisca, he was known as reliable, honest, and hard-working. People trusted him. He had no known enemies, no violent past, no reason to fear anyone. His wife, Sarah Moore, was 33, a deeply religious woman, a devoted mother, quiet and reserved. Together, they had 4 children: Herman Moore, age 11, Catherine Moore, age 10, Boyd Moore, age 7, Paul Moore, age 5. 4 young lives, 4 innocent souls. They laughed, they argued, they dreamed. None of them knew their dreams were about to end. The two guests. On the evening of June 9th, 1912, two more children entered the Moore house. Ina Stillinger, age 8, Lena Stillinger, age 12. They were sisters, friends of the Moore children. After Sunday church service, they begged their parents to let them stay the night. It was supposed to be a sleepover, a harmless childhood memory. Instead, it became a death sentence. The house itself. The Moore house stood on the edge of Villisca, a white wooden two-story home. Simple, quiet, ordinary. Inside, the house had narrow hallways, steep stairs, small bedrooms. At night, oil lamps provided dim light. Shadows stretched along the walls. Every sound echoed. Every footstep mattered. This house had something important, something most people never considered. It had multiple entry points, doors that could be unlocked quietly, windows that could be opened without breaking glass, a house that trusted the night. That final evening, that Sunday night was calm. The children changed into their night clothes. Laughter echoed briefly through the halls. Sarah prepared the house for sleep. Josiah checked the doors. No one sensed danger. Why would they? This was Villisca. Nothing bad ever happened in Villisca. The family retired for the night. Josiah and Sarah slept downstairs. The four Moore children slept upstairs. The Stillinger sisters slept in a separate bedroom. 8 people, 3 rooms, total darkness. At some point during the night, someone entered the house, not by force, not with noise, but with purpose. A weapon from the home. The killer did not bring a weapon. He found one inside, a common household axe. The blade was sharp, the handle worn, a tool meant for work, turned into an instrument of slaughter. The killer waited until the house was completely silent, until every breath was slow, until every soul was asleep. Because what happened next was not chaos, it was controlled, methodical, silent. In part 3, we will step into the darkness and relive the night of June 9th, 1912, minute by minute, as the axe was lifted for the first time. The Villisca Axe Murders, Part 3, the night of June 9th, 1912. The house was completely silent. No laughter, no movement, no light. Only the sound of breathing. 8 people sleeping peacefully, unaware that death was already inside the house. After midnight. No one knows the exact time. There were no clocks checked, no witnesses, no screams. But investigators believe it was after midnight when it began. The killer waited, patiently, listening, making sure every member of the family was in deep sleep. This was not a crime of rage. This was a crime of calculation. The killer moved through the house in darkness. No lantern, no candle. He knew where he was going. The first strike. Josiah and Sarah Moore slept in the downstairs bedroom. The killer stood over them. He raised the axe and brought it down, not once, but again and again. The blade struck with the back of the axe, not the sharp edge. A deliberate choice. Less blood, less noise. Death without awakening the rest of the house. Neither Josiah nor Sarah had time to wake. They never screamed. They never fought back. moving upstairs. After killing the parents, the killer did not flee. He climbed the stairs, slowly, each step creaking under his weight. Upstairs, 4 children slept in their beds, brothers and sisters, dreaming. The axe was raised again. Each child was struck while asleep, one by one, room by room. Imagine that silence. Imagine the killer standing over children and choosing not to stop. The Ina and Lena Stillingers, guests, not part of the family. They should have been safe, but the killer entered their room as well. Both girls were attacked in their sleep, but something went wrong. One of the girls may have woken up. Evidence suggests a brief struggle. The axe struck again, and then silence returned. After the murders, 8 people lay dead. The house was still, but the killer wasn't finished. Not yet. A chilling detail. After the murders, the killer covered the mirrors. He draped cloth over windows and glass surfaces. Why? Some believe it was superstition. Others believe it was ritual. Or perhaps the killer didn't want to see himself. No rush to escape. The killer did not run. He did not panic. He took his time. He washed his hands. He moved through the house calmly. Before leaving, he placed the axe near the victims, as if leaving a signature. This was not a burglary. Nothing was stolen. No money, no valuables, only lives. The town sleeps on. Outside, Villisca slept peacefully. No one heard anything. No one suspected anything. The killer walked away into the night, unseen, unchallenged, unidentified. By the time morning came, the house would be discovered, and Villisca would be changed forever. In part 4, we will witness the moment the door was opened and the horror inside was finally revealed.